Start with Michael Grady with Yes Network.
Hey, Coach. A lot of talk, headed into the season and earlier in the year about what you wanted the identity of the team to be. 61 games into the season. What do you feel the identity of the team is developing into?
Yeah, it's interesting because we've had so many different lineups that I'm not sure how pure the identity is, other than that we find different ways to win. So I think we know what we want our identity to be. We're an offensive team. We want to be as scrappy and have an underdog mentality defensively. Obviously, we switch a lot defensively and are definitely way down the path on that style of defense, which has improved a lot over the last few months. And offensively, we want to play quick, make quick decisions, space the floor, and put people in difficult decision making and physical dilemmas, trying to guard our guys in space. So, but having said that, with the amount of change to our lineup, I would say the realistic or the effective identity has been that we've been able to win different ways.
You mentioned the defense. In the last game against Phoenix, they scored well in the first three quarters, and then you guys were really solid defensively, for a good portion of that fourth quarter. How has your confidence grown in your team's ability to get stops when it matters most?
Yeah, I think we're improving still. I think we have times where we can do much better, but overall we continue to improve. We get stops, for periods of the game that are pivotal. And, we have to continue to work at that. That's forevermore. We got to build and build and build defensively. And so the guys have gotten better considering so little practice time, a new group, a new way of guarding for many of them. So, overall, I think it's heading in the right direction, but it definitely needs to be something that we always prioritize and have a chip on our shoulder.
Malika Andrews, ESPN.
Hey, Steve, since it's been a couple days and we haven't asked you, I figured I should be the one to. Can you just give us an update on James? Is he traveling with you? What's he able to do at this point? And have you seen him recently on the court?
Yeah, he's here with us. He's traveling. He was shooting this morning and, just starting to build up what his capacity is. He's not doing any high intensity stuff, but he's shooting and doing all his strength and rehabilitation work. So positive signs there, but still, I think a ways to go.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Alex Schiffer, The Athletic.
Piggybacking off Malika's injury question, Steve, I was just wondering what's up with Bruce Brown.
Yeah, just some soreness, swelling in his knee, so he's not on this trip, but we expect him back on Friday. I think Bruce, the word that he gave me was that it wasn't limiting him so much, but I think when you have that much fluid in it, you got to take, it's beneficial to take it out. And then when you take it out, you do need a few days. So he's positive, optimistic as we are, and that he'll be back Friday.
Thank you.
Greg Logan, Newsday.
Steve, I have a couple of quick ones. First of all, with Kevin, do you plan much the same strategy tonight, bringing him off the bench in the first half and playing him a lot in the second half? And second, the Raptors have beaten you twice this year. Do you see a particular theme in those two losses that has given you some ideas to drill down on tonight?
I think Kevin will probably start tonight. I think he's allowed to play a couple more minutes, so it makes it less kind of arduous to figure out his rotations. The Raptors are a tough team. When they have their backcourt, you could say when they have the two guards and Siakam and Anunoby, they're scrappy, intelligent, physical defensive team. They can be difficult to match up with as well. So, they've been good. They've been good against us. And, I think tonight's a great challenge for us. We've seen them now a couple times, though, with different lineups. But hopefully we can grow, and tonight we can figure out a solution to some of the things they do.
Brian Lewis, New York Post.
Hey, Steve. I had two quick questions following up along that injury vein. At this point in the season, have you guys grudgingly just come to an acceptance that you're really not going to get even any kind of legitimate ramp up with your full team, and that you may not just have a full team healthy until the playoffs start, if even then?
Yeah.
And just a second one with Nick Claxton, I'm curious, is this just a 7-day, one of those typical contact tracing quarantines, or is there something else here?
I can't comment on Nick's situation, but the injury thing, yes, agreed. I think we've recognized for a while now that we're probably not going to have the luxury of a run of games with everyone available, and we may not to start the playoffs. You just never know. The way this season has been, kind of like an avalanche, relentless, amount of games and travel. That's just part of the challenge this season. And so we won't be afforded, I think, that luxury of having a runway of time together. We're going to have to build, through the playoffs and get better if we're fortunate enough to get everyone back.
Ryan Rucco, Yes Network.
Hey, Coach. I know it would be expected that Kyrie's assist total might bump up a little bit with James up, but this is actually his highest assist month of his career right now. And I'm just wondering, is there anything in particular in the way he's orchestrating or operating that lends you to believe why those numbers are what they are so far in April?
Yeah, it's a good question. He's played well. He's distributed the ball. I think, the reality is when he's been out there alone, as far as James and Kevin, when he's the one star out there, he's going to draw a lot of attention. And so when he's drawing a crowd, he's able to make plays for his teammates. So I think that simply, that's a scenario more so than anything is that, as he's been out there on his own, he's garnered a lot of attention, and it's opened up passing lanes or taken away scoring opportunities for him, which has opened up passing opportunities, and his teammates have benefited.
Christian Winfield, New York Daily News.
Hey, Coach, how's it going? Two points for you as well. Keeping up with the injury theme, I guess we might as well check in on Spencer. I think last time we spoke about Spencer, you said that there was a date that he might rejoin the team, even if he's not healthy, just to be around the guys. I'm wondering if there's a date that you've drilled down for that, or if you could just update on us on his rehab in general.
Yeah, I can only give you a high level. I haven't spoken to Spencer, and I'm day to day, I'm not sure on that, but he is definitely doing very well, progressing in his injury reports. His rehab is going well. He's ahead of schedule, and is I think feeling really good for the stage of the recovery. I'm not sure exactly when he's coming back, but the word is that he's going to be back with the team at some point. So I don't have a date, but I believe that he will join us at some point.
Got it. And second, just, having guys in and out, but still being able to hold your own in the East. Just what would you say the mood of the team is right now?
I think the mood is good. We're excited to have Kevin back. I think we're excited that there's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. We're getting close to the end of the season here. And so I think that there's, the sunshine is upon us. And I think there's a little lift in spirits, and everyone's, optimistic. So a lot of work to do, but I think everyone's mood is up and ready to attack these last 11 games.
Back to Michael Grady, Yes Network.
Coach, as you guys lock in, tune up for the postseason, how do you welcome this challenge of playing 7 of the next 8 on the road?
Well, I think we're amidst a 31 days of which we're home for 7. So I think we're I don't know if we're quite sure where we are, if we're coming or going, but we haven't seemed to really what's the word I'm looking for? Be affected too much by the road. When given enough health, enough availability on the roster, we've been a good road team. So, at this point, I'm not even sure our team really even thinks about it. We're just trying to knock down these games and stick with it. And it's such a strange time for the world with COVID and all the protocols that, it's not like you're missing out on your personal life back home. We're kind of used to this. Truncated lifestyle. So I think everyone's, in a positive mood and just want to keep building, keep getting better, keep improving before the playoffs start, which is in a limited amount of time.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Okay. Thanks, everybody.